Well, thankfully, in related news this evening, South Florida serving as the backdrop for tourism's latest push. In the ballroom of Embassy Suites Fort Lauderdale sat travel executives, hoteliers, and industry partners who turned out for a trade show highlighting the offerings of the national flag carrier. The aim, well, to strengthen the islands of the Bahamas as well as the airline's capacity in one of its most prominent markets. Desmond Saunders reports from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Only a short flight from the Bahamas, Fort Lauderdale is playing host to a major tourism and aviation push this weekend. Bahamas Air, the country's national flag carrier, is strengthening its presence in the South Florida market and promoting travel to the islands. Deputy Managing Director at Bahamas Air is Siobhan Cambridge, and Deputy Director of Sales and Marketing at the national airline is Wilfred Munnings.
Florida is probably our primary international destination, and so the board and management has decided to make a push to try and see if we can get more individuals from the Florida market to come to the Bahamas.
With the void of silver happening last year, it was our mandate that we step in and ensure that we fill that void to ensure that our tourist product remains strong, mainly in our family islands, because we have the airlift that comes to Nassau, which we need more of, but our family islands, we are dedicated to ensure that they get the proper airlift that is needed to ensure that their economies keep going.
Major resort brands like the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort, Bahama, Warwick Paradise Island, and Super Clubs Breezes are showcasing the experiences that continue to draw millions of visitors to the islands. Director of Group and Leisure Sales at the Atlantis Resort, Carlos Ramirez, says that partnerships with airlines are essential to filling rooms year-round.
Bahamas Air is a very important partner to us. Obviously, without air, you can't get to the Bahamas. And so being the premier Bahamian brand for air, our partnership is very strong, very important to us. And so we're always looking at ways for partnering and then figuring out how do we get clients over to our beautiful island.
Travel experts like Marlene Ritchie of Aspire Lifestyle say the demand for the Bahamas is strong.
I'm familiar with all the islands. I used to work for American Eagle many years ago that we flew to all the small islands. But nowadays I see that it's great. They're the best example of tourism.
District Manager for the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Shante Miller, says the goal is simple: to get more visitors from South Florida to the islands.
It is important for us to get these consumers to come to the islands of the Bahamas, specifically the old islands, so that we can achieve more heads and beds.
Bahamas Air brought the islands to South Florida. Patrons sampled native Bahamian dishes and experienced the sounds of Junkanoo. This is one out of several events with stops in Orlando and Grand Bahama in the coming weeks, with the aim at strengthening Bahamas Air's presence in key South Florida markets. Here in South Florida, with cameraman Victor Adderley, Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.